It's another Perry's Inside Scoop. The Orange, after a 3-game dome stand, are back on the road. They take on number 1 Clemson in Death Valley this coming Saturday. And Orange head coach Dino joins us. And, Coach, the whole point of this is to go inside. So really interested in what you can share about the inside moments with your team this week, how you would describe them and how you approach this challenge.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's huge. It really is. You're playing the number 1 team in the country. When watching them on tape, they look like they deserve all the accolades they have received. Their defense, start with their defense. Their defense is so young, so young that you would think that's the weakness. But the defense is playing exceptionally well. I do believe if they hold Syracuse to less than 10 first downs, it'll be the first time in, I don't know, a zillion years that they've had 3 games in a row where an offense hasn't gained double digits first downs on them. And they're just dirty young. They're babies all across the front, and they're coached extremely well by a Coach Venables who does a wonderful job. Then you go into the kicking game, which is excellent, and then offensively, most likely, I would say they have the best offense in college football, and they can literally outscore anybody they play. You give them 10 possessions, they're so doggone efficient, they're going to score on 7 to 8 possessions, and at least in my math book, that's close to 49 points. And if you're not matching that type of production versus that defense that I just said hasn't given up more than 10 first downs in the last 2 games, you just, by halftime, you're out of the game. And then you still have a half to play against their other 100 players. So if I painted a picture where it looks like there's almost no chance, then I painted a correct picture.
You use the expression babies, but their babies are, let's see, Brian Brzee is 6'5", 300 as a freshman. Miles Murphy is 6'5", 275 as a freshman. They don't get the same type of babies as the rest of America for the most part. Let's come back to Syracuse, though. We know, obviously, Clemson is ridiculously talented and accomplished to this point. This, I would imagine, is a week where leadership, or the lack thereof, was revealed on your team. And I'm not asking you to share transcripts or what was said, but do you get a positive sense that things are happening the way you would like them to in the locker room, in the meeting room, that your guys who have not performed well this year are doing the right things intangibly to get headed in the right direction?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that you're having the seniors need to do better. And when I say do better, I need them to do a better job in leadership. I need them to perform better as far as the mental mistakes on the field. We can't have our best players making mental mistakes on the field. The freshmen, the best thing about freshmen are they become sophomores, and especially when they get an opportunity to play early, either by them being good enough to play early or by injuries or people opting out, they get an opportunity to play early. And they feel like, hey, they were the starter in Pee Wee, they were the starter in Pop Warner, they're starter in junior high school, starter in high school. Now they're in college and they're a starter. And it's not that easy. And we need to take that attitude where it's easy, I'm doing the same old thing, into it's not good enough, and you need to strive, you need to strain and work harder to be better, because the opponents they're about to play, they're not your local neighborhood rival high school. And we're trying to let them know before they go into the game, but they sure will know by the time they come out of the game, as far as welcome to the ACC, and this is what football feels like.
What do you think is the biggest lacking part there, Coach? Is it speed, athleticism, strength, know-how, attention to detail?
You can check all those boxes.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is this. Freshmen, as far as freshmen with their speed, freshmen are normally give them a good angle, they should be able to catch somebody. They're fast enough. But when you get to their strength and the mental toughness and, having the ability to hit something, it's going to hurt because you've hit something like that before, and the hurt is going to go away. And 6, 7, 8 plays, here comes ETN again, and you need to hit him, and it's going to hurt, but it's going to be okay. The hurt's going to go away, and then you need to hit him again. That's the hard thing about young people, is they hit one time like, oh my goodness, that hurts, I don't want to do that again. And now the guy comes around and you go, oh, instead of hitting him, let me see if I can jump on his back. and then you let him run by you and he's gone and you can't catch him because this isn't high school. So that's the biggest thing, is the mental toughness and the physical toughness of being a young player in this league and not having gone through all the weight room training and body development for what you need to do to be a top player in the league.
Are you sensing at any point now, you're halfway through the season, and I know we talked self-scouting coming off the bye week, anything scheme-wise that you'd like to have back or do differently now?
You know, I think when you say that, you probably go, yeah, but we've had such a big turnover on the offense and defensive starting lineups. You know, it's like, hey, well, we can do this against these guys. This would work really good. And then you look out here and go, so-and-so's never done that before. And you've got 3 days to teach him something and get him to react naturally to it instead of unnaturally to it. And it keeps you from maybe doing 1 or 2 things that might give you a better opportunity to move the football, whether that's offensively or something that could stop the football defensively, because they're so young, they can't really grasp that concept yet, especially with the limited August camp we had and not having spring ball to develop the mental part of it.
All right, Coach. College football presents these types of challenges and measuring sticks and storylines really unlike any other sport. You're going to one of the great venues in the game, and you know that at least some of the guys in the locker room are aware of having some recent success against this team more than anybody else, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, other than LSU. So we wish you the best, and thanks for another Perry's Inside Scoop.
Thank you, Matt.